So you agreed with President Obama on Libya or not?
Okay, Libya. President Obama supported the uprising, correct? I do not agree with torture, period. However, I will trust the judgment of our military leaders to determine what is torture and what is not torture.
Mr. Cain, of course, you're familiar with the long-running debate we've had about whether waterboarding constitutes torture or is it an enhanced interrogation technique. And then you would support it as president. You would return to that policy.
I would return to that policy. I don't see it as torture. I see it as an enhanced interrogation technique. I do not agree with the way he handled it for the following reason. No, that's a different one. I don't believe that you need to have extensive foreign policy experience. When I went to Godfather's Pizza in 1986, the company was supposed to go bankrupt. I had never made a pizza, but I learned. I got to go back and see.
Do you describe yourself as a neoconservative then?
I'm not sure what you mean by neoconservative. I am a conservative, yes.
But you're familiar with the neoconservative movement?
I'm not familiar with the neoconservative movement.
Where do you stand on the right of return?
The right of return? The right of return?
The Palestinian right of return.
Specifically, what are you asking me that I agree or not disagree with?
What about a place like Taiwan? Do you think that we ought to, recognize their democratically elected government?
Well, I think we already recognize their democratic elected governments. Got all this stuff twirling around in my head.
Do you view China as a potential military threat to the United States?
I do view China as a potential military threat to the United States. They've indicated that they're trying to develop nuclear capability.
I would have done a better job of determining who the opposition is. And when they ask me who's the president of Becky, Stan, I'm going to say, I don't know. Do you know?
So you would have sent ground troops, or?
I didn't. I said I would have done a better job of assessing the situation.
And there were one American soldier who had been held for years, and the demand was Al-Qaeda or some other terrorist group. You got to free everyone at Guantanamo.
I could see myself authorizing that kind of transfer.
No, I said that I believe in the philosophy of we don't negotiate with terrorists. I didn't say I would never agree to letting hostages in Guantanamo Bay go. I misspoke. Because I didn't, it was moving so fast, I misspoke. I would not do that. I'm not criticizing him. I'm just saying I just don't think enough was done relative to assessing the opposition.
I hope they continue to think that I am foreign policy dumb. Until the right time, they will find out I'm not as foreign policy dumb as they think.
But if they didn't have that, then would you back off and not gotten involved as he did?
It would depend upon which part they didn't have. So what I'm saying is it's not a clear yes/no answer, because all of those things I think should have been assessed. That's what I'm saying.
And you don't think they were assessed?
I don't know that they were or were not assessed. Should we be in Libya? The answer is no.
That's clear.
Because U.S. interest was not clearly defined.